root crop planting time here in Northeast Texas. These are crops that you normally would not start ahead of time and then transplant them out. We need to direct sow carrots, turnips, a lot of your root crops. Another tip when you're growing carrots is they need a lot of moisture to get started. So sometimes I will cover the ground with some shade cloth, some frost cloth, because it does take them a few days to get going. But you want to keep the ground watered. Mist it twice a day to keep it moist. So more than likely, I'll just get some of my frost cloth, lay over the top. That way I can raise it up, water it, cover it back up till they all start coming up. I did use my raised bed that's on my cattle panels because it is a nice raised bed. It's deep enough for carrots and I can keep it good and moist. If you've never grown carrots, you really need a really soft, fluffy soil that they can grow down into, because if they hit that hard soil, you're going to end up with crooked, deformed-looking carrots. So I'm using my archway that I did grow some pumpkins, cucumbers, and things on. In the summertime, they're going to grow carrots. This whole bed is going to be carrots. And then I'm probably going to use this bed to put some of my kohlrabi starts that I already have. Let's talk about some of my favorite carrots. This is the Black Nebula carrot. I don't have the package because I have saved my seed year after year. The Black Nebula is one of my favorite. It is very dark purple. It's very nutritious. It does not like growing in our spring climate, but I've had really good success growing this carrot in my fall and winter garden. I am growing this hybrid Bolero carrot from Johnny's Seeds. Also heard that this one does well in our climate in the winter, so I am growing like one whole side of this bed is in this Bolero orange carrot because I like carrots for snacking. Great storage crop. They stay stable in the ground in the winter time. You don't have to pick them all at once, but they also stay shelf stable in your refrigerator for a very long time. So this is a really good crop to have on hand. I had some Shinkarota seed. It does well for me. Maysucker for seeds, and I wanted to try something new this year. So this is called Kyoto Red. It is a Japanese sweet carrot. It is a really big carrot. It grows 12 to 18 inches, so this is a really large carrot, but it only likes cool temps. So I'm going to try growing that one in our winter. As far as turnips, I'm really not a turnip green eater. They're just not my favorite green. I love spinach and lettuce. I'm just not a turnip green eater. But this Golden Globe turnip is really good, and it actually is a great storage crop. It is frost hardy. You can leave this thing in the ground. You don't have to pull them all out at one time in the winter time. It is a great potato substitute. So this is something you can grow in the winter. It's a great homestead crop. It stores in the ground. It stores a long time in the house. It cooks up just like a potato. When I get these beds cleaned out I grew my sugar snap peas and then some green beans on these little small bed trellises. I'm going to have one bed with rutabagas in there because that's another great winter crop that is frost hardy. And in the other bed, I can't remember, I was going to put some other root crop over there.